with Latin American, and we have a change to the advertised schedule. I always wanted to say that. Unfortunately, Christian and Olivia are unable to be with us because Olivia's had to have some minor surgery. So, at very late notice, we have engaged an up-and-coming young couple who I believe were last year's professional Latin champions. Please welcome to the floor, with their title, The Sensual Art of Partnering in Rumba, Anton Sboev and Patrizia Ranis.
Good morning, everyone. That deal was not perfect now because it was last moment. So we do it again maybe later. Thank you so much for this opportunity, BDF, for us to lecture today. This morning we would like to talk about the essential art of partnering in Rumba, how to people become one movement, one unit, but maintaining own individuality. So we would like to divide lecture for 3 parts. First is own body build-up or own body preparation. Second, essence of partnering, a little bit partnering skills. And third, we were going to talk about our interpretation, styling, how we're going to do it. So let's start with own body preparation. I give Mike, oh, you have Mike already? Okay.
Good morning, everyone. So when we talk about partnering, I think very often we focus too much on the other person, and we start to put our attention to what we are receiving. And I feel that we, in order to really partner each other, we need to first focus on our own body. Okay? So we will always start with setting up our own body. This is what we're going to use to communicate with each other. So I would always like to start by actually feeling my feet, feeling the body weight in my feet. This is where everything will come from. Okay? Then I focus on my spine. I elongate. So I feel those 2 energies in my body. I feel I'm working to the floor and using that floor and elongating at the same time. So I create that sense of connection through my whole body, through my center. Okay? Then I would like to really feel how I'm moving my weight from foot to foot. So I will start on my standing leg, and I will really feel that I'm not trying to go to the other foot. I really want to sense the weight in that leg, and I want to feel how I am using that floor, using that foot to create my own movement. Yeah? So I will be sensing, transferring the pelvis from the foot to the other foot. And now everything that happens then, the articulation, I find it as a result. This happens as a result of the movement I'm trying to create. Okay, so one more time. I'm connecting to the floor. I'm sensing my foot. I'm elongating. I'm working into that leg. I'm using that leg. I'm transferring. I'm sensing how the pelvis goes from one foot to the other. Yeah? I finish and I start to take over to the other foot. Okay? And then once we've established that sense of the weight, I will now connect holistically to the rest of my body. So how that movement that I start in my foot now travels all the way up, and how I can sense that and transcend almost that the whole movement becomes, it's filling my body. Yeah? So I feel almost as if the water through the whole body is constantly flowing. So I want to wake up as much of that sensitivity and awareness in my body as possible, so that now I am active within myself and I will not be waiting to receive. Yeah? I will be listening, I will be sensing my body and then communicating with the partner. Okay? Do you want to add anything?
Yeah, absolutely agree. So it was for leaders and for followers. First, what we do, we build a foundation setup of our own bodies, if we're talking about partnering. Now, let's talk about partnering. So, the essence of partnering for us, we had this lecture probably 3 years ago, a little bit similar, nothing changed. It takes two, it was topic. Whatever Patrizia can do on her own, with me, it will be bigger action, fuller action. We can create beautiful shapes, we can create beautiful lines if we use these partnering skills and communication between us. Talking about partnering, as we retired, we started to teach much more, lecture, and very often when people come, they say like, let's work on connection or lead. And then we always ask, would you like to work on connection or lead? So here we have to establish difference, yeah? So they say, yeah, lead and connection, okay. So, what is lead? Lead, basically we have to know each other's roles, very simple, right? So, leader's role is to give timing, to change timing, to follow, and to change direction, right? So very clearly, this is lead. So I will be not connected to Patrizia, but I will give her direction, go back, go forward to the side. Now go forward, go back. This is lead, right? Or she keeps her timing, I delay 3 and 4, I change her timing, right? So saying that, follow task is to keep direction and to keep this base timing. So meaning, so if we start, if I leave Patrizia, she doesn't do that, right? Then I look, I didn't do it, right? Or if she doesn't keep base timing, also I look not good. Okay, so we established that. Now, connection. Connection is completely different. Connection, it's feeling each other's body. So like I said, it has nothing with the lead. I can completely not dancing and lead her fabulous. Yeah, give her direction, I can stand, sit on the chair, right? Connection, basically, when all this magic starts, when she feels my weight, let's say we connect now, left to right hands, yeah, hold. So she feels everything what happens in my body. That is connection. Yes, I lead her to the side, for example. So we are connected. So now we connected. She feels my body. If I disconnect, I still lead good. Yeah, but there is no connection.
There's no magic.
There is no magic. Yeah, so this is very what we wanted first to start. Lead one department, connection another department. So if you want to work on lead, you change timing with each other, change direction. Okay. Now how we proceed partnering. So for leaders, first step, before I dance with Patrizia, I must know exactly what she's doing. So sometimes also boys lead, then I say like, what is her timing on her step? And they cannot show, yeah? So first step, for example, we take small amalgamation. So I would like to lead Patrizia, so I have to try to experience her step, what she's gonna do. I know that. So then, basically, we say like that, only then you are eligible to lead. So you know her step, now you can play with timing, with directions, right? So first point, like I said, let's talk a little bit about lead. So for example, we start, I can change direction already in the beginning. She starts forward, I can send her opposite way, then I delay a bit, I change direction from back to forward, I change from here very important, because she's not full of the turn, right? So I will also dance her full turn here, over turn, I change from forward to forward. Now I change her to side. I overturn hip twist. I overturn here. And for example, before fan, I overturn her here. And I change her direction here. So that's about lead. So I know exactly what I should do, right? Now let's do our interpretation a little bit. So as I already mentioned, we can use the partnering skills, each other's body weight. So for example, we connected, now we on give, right? So here's there's a lot of options. I can play her to the pelvis, to the hip, connect again, or we can the opposite direction. Then I can break the rule and decide to go on 1, 1, 2. Patrizia will do ronde. For example, leave it off balance. If she's off balance, I will bring her back. Then I lead her to overturn. And now I decided to change space in backward walk. Instead of doing just regular backward walk. So we can play with space. Then delay. And as I mentioned here, instead of forward walk, I can play with direction to show this beauty of the leg. And to hip twist, to overturn, and here Patrizia can maybe dance through tail, yeah, through tail, to delayed walk, straight leg, and here we can play with her body a lot. You can really put her off balance, we can really bring her back, and here the same thing, so I can allow, again, I only can do it if I know what I want, what result I want to receive. So I want her to turn, 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 turn. I start to go other way, and then I change direction. Anything you would like to add?
Yes, so for me, it's very important as a woman to find a balance between staying active within my body, but also listening at the same time. And I think this is what we find most of the time.
That change, because we don't want to cut her movement, but we want to dance together, right?
Exactly. So I really want to feel that I move on my own, that I'm able to use my legs, I'm able to really use the movement and create the movement. But at the same time, I really want that everything we create is about communicating. So what we have one example here where I actually went and I turned on my own, and this is exactly the activity. I know what is coming. Yeah, I know what is coming, but how can I fill in that moment before he actually changes me? And I think that those little moments is what makes it exciting. Yeah, it's like we don't really know what is coming. But in order to get there, it's very important to start from the base. Yeah, so we start from the base, we start from the base timing, base rhythm, and then we build on that. But that it's constant sensitivity, constant activity and listening, first of all in our own bodies. Because if this is switched off and I cannot connect to my body, how can I then listen to another person? Yeah? So I think let's do one more time the piece.
Yes, maybe we can do it already in our routine together with the music. So let's sum up again. To get this sensual art of partnering, first step, you build your coordination. You set up your body. When you come to studio, you don't run to partner. You run to mirror and prepare your body. Do a couple of time steps, whatever basic steps. Second, when you start to dance together, especially leaders, you have double job. You have to know your step, your timing, and you have to know lady's steps. She doesn't have to know your step. She doesn't have to know your timing. And then magic comes when you start to play with weights, with change of space, with a lot of things. I hope it's clear. So we leave you with our Rumba. Thank you again, BDF, for this opportunity.
Jamás un amor como el mío, jamás que llenó tu vacío, tu momento, tu ansiedad. No podrás olvidar jamás un amor como el mío, jamás, y sin llanto ni pena, hoy te alejas sin piedad. Volveré alguna vez a querer y a no perder. La verdad está en mi corazón. Ya lo ves, yo supe amar. Volveré alguna vez a querer y a no perder. Solo fui una aventura más y algún día llorarás. No podrás olvidar jamás un amor como el mío, jamás desafiaste al destino y hay un precio que pagar. Volveré alguna vez a querer ya no perder. Solo algún día, oh, y algún día llorarás, la 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 la. Y algún día llorará.
I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but it appears to me that when we're talking about the sensual art of partnering, Patricia's a bit ahead of the game, don't you think? Anyway, another great lecture, and as we said, at the very, very last minute, I mean, you were going to get me originally, so you think yourself lucky. And a great job. Let's bring them back. Anton and Patrizia.